Now we have to learn another chapter, that is definite integration. In this integration, in this integration, only one part is added, that is here there is a limit, upper limit and lower limit. First, we have to learn the fundamental theorem of integration, and the first there is 6 or 7 properties in fundamental theorem of integration. First, we have to learn fundamental theorem of integral calculus, and this theorem is first, if integration of f of x into dx is equal to g of x plus c, and in this integration f is continuous in closed interval a to b, then we have to find integration of f of x dx is equal to g of x plus c. Then let we have to show this theorem. Let given function is f of x dx and integral is in limit a to b. Then we have to know the integration of f of x is g of x, and for the integration we have to take the constant c and the limit is a to b. Here lower limit is a, upper limit is b, and for the simplification of this theorem we have to subtract upper limit minus lower limit, then our function becomes g of b plus c constant, therefore that term is same as it is, minus g of a, we have to substitute the lower limit plus c, then our term becomes g of b plus c minus imply on the second term, then their term is a of a minus c. Minus c plus c get cancelled and our term is g of b minus g of a, and this is the property, and this term is the function of the integral term. Therefore integration of a to b f of x dx is equal to g of x plus c. When we to substitute the limit, we have to get the property g of x, and x tends to a to b. Then second property we have to learn. Write down this property in our notebook. Then we have to learn the second property, that is integration of f of x into dx is equal to 0, and the limit of this integration is a to a. Here we have to see in this property upper limit is same as the lower limit, and when we have to take the same limits, then that integral becomes 0. We have to find this term. Let take the given term, integration of f of x into dx, and limit is a to a is equal to g of x plus c, imply the limit on this given integral, then substitute upper limit and lower limit to the given function, then our function becomes g of a plus c minus lower limit is also a, therefore another term becomes g of a plus c. Subtract, imply the minus term on the second term, implication of minus sign on the second term, therefore minus g of a minus c. Similar term get cancelled and remaining term is 0. When we have to take the integration of one function and upper limit and lower limit are same, then that value become 0. This is another property of the definite integral. Let we have to see the third property, that is integration of f of x into dx and limit is a to b is equal to minus integration of b to a into f of x into dx. In this property we have to see that when we have to change the limits of the given function, that is upper limit become lower and lower limit become upper, then the sign is changed in our function. This shows we have to change the limit, then sign is changed in the function. We have to show that this function. Let take the given function, that is given function is f of x into dx, and limit is, let the given function is f of x dx and the integration of this function is g of x plus c. But our limit is a to b, then that function become integration of f of x into dx, and that integration is g of x plus c and limit is a to b. Substitute this limit, then our function become, first we have to substitute upper limit, then g of b plus c minus g of a plus c. Minus term imply on a second limit, then g of b plus c minus g of a minus c. Minus c plus c get cancelled, then the term become g of b minus g of a. Here term remaining is integration of g of x and a to b, but we have to show that f of x. Here take minus common and our term is g of a minus g of b. We have to write this term in this way, and this is the function f of x, integration minus of integration of, that is that term is equal to f of x and term is b to a. Okay, b to a. Hence prove our property. We have to see one example on this property, that is example 1, integration of x into dx 1 to 3. Simplify that term. We have to know integration of x is x square divided by 2. Substitute the limit, that is one upper limit is 2, lower limit is 1. For the simplification we have to substitute the limit. Upper limit is 2. First substitute upper limit, 2 square divided by 2 plus c or minus lower limit. In this example we have to not taken c, that is substitute lower limit, 1 square divided by 2. Simplify the term, that is 2 square is 4 by 2 minus 1 square is 1 divided by 2, that is equal to 3 by 2. Therefore integration of x into dx and limit is 1 to 3 is equal to 3 by 2. Let then our third property is integration of f of x dx is equal to, and limit is a to b is equal to f of t dt and limit is a to b. In this property we have to see the changing in our function. In left hand side there is function f of x, and in right hand side the function is f of t. In previous property we have to see that our limit is changed, but here also in integration function, take LHS is equal to integration of a to b f of x dx is equal to g of x plus c and limit is a to b. Simplify this term, then our term becomes g of b plus c minus g of a minus c. Plus c minus c get cancelled, then remaining term is g of b minus g of a, and this is equation number 1. This is the simplification of left hand side. In this property we have to see that function also change in the integration, and take right hand side, that is integration of a to b f of t into dt. Then the simplification of this term is g of t plus c and limit is a to b. Substitute upper and lower limit, then term become g of b plus c minus g of a minus c. Plus c minus c get cancelled, g of b minus g of a, and this is equation number 2. From 1 and 2 right hand sides are equal, then left hand sides are also equal. From equation 1 and 2 we have to prove that integration of f of x dx is equal to integration of f of t into dt, and limit is a to b, a to b. These properties are most important in our exam. Let the fourth property is integration of f of x into dx and integration in between a to b. This integration divided into two parts, that is c lies between a to b, then our integral become integration of a to c f of x dx plus integration of c to b f of x dx. In this property we have to see that integral term also divide into two parts. Then take LHS, and our LHS is integration of f of x into dx a to b. Then our term is equal to g of x plus c, and that limit is a to b. Then simplify term g of b plus c minus g of a minus c, plus c minus c can cancel, and remaining term is g of b minus g of a. Write down this number equation 1. Then take RHS. RHS is integration of a to c f of x dx plus integration of c to b f of x dx, and then term is integration of g of x is, we know f of x is g of x, and this limit is a to c, plus also we have to write integration of f of x dx and limit is c to b. We also write that term is g of x plus c, and that is c to b. Substitute these limits in our function, then for this limit become g of c plus c minus g of a minus c, plus here upper limit is b, g of b plus c minus g of c minus c. Minus c plus c get cancel, minus c plus c get cancel. Our integral term become g of c minus g of a, plus this term is g of b minus g of c, and from this we have to write here this term is integration of f of x dx and limit is a to c, plus integration of that term is f of x, and here term limit is c to b is it, and this is RHS. Left hand side is equal to that term is a to b. This term is we have to write this is, when we simplify this term, this is our right hand side. Simplify this term, that is g of c minus g of a plus g of b minus g of c, minus g of c plus g of c get cancelled, and it is g of b minus g of a, and this term is equal to integration of f of x, and limit is a to b, and our function is also same. Also in this way we also write, or in this way we also write, both are same term, and this is our corollary number 4.